Welcome back to the channel. My name is Stephen Nguyen. I'm a pharmacist and I own 52 units of real estate. So today I want to kind of talk about this awkward transition that a lot of W-2 employees are making as they build up their entrepreneurial side hustle or as they're building up their wealth, right? And for me, I work as a full-time pharmacist, been a pharmacist since 2013. So it's been about 10, 11 years now. And since 2017, which is 4 years out of pharmacy school, I was focused on buying real estate and building assets, right? My first 4 years from 2013 to 2017, I was focused on paying $250,000 student debt and just investing in the 401k. But after 2017, once my student loans were gone, I started focusing on scaling a real estate portfolio to really build that long-term wealth, to get the appreciation, to get the principal pay down, to get the tax write-offs, to get cash flow potentially too, right? Or just reduce my cost of living by house hacking. So for me, it's a hard transition, right? Like not only you're working two full-time jobs essentially, right? From 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, I'm working my W-2, right? After hours from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., I'm working on my side business, right? On the weekends, I'm working on my side business. If I have a PM shift where I'm working later, in the morning time, I'm working on my side business, right? And this transition is going to happen for 10, 15 years potentially, right? Because building great things, building assets, building wealth takes a long time, right? Like it's not easy, it's not overnight. That's just the way it is, right? That's the reality of it. There's no such thing as quick, easy money. And entrepreneurship's not for everybody, right? Like you have to have thick skin. You have to deal with stress well. You have to continually better yourself, right? You have to have not as much free time. Maybe you don't spend as much time with friends and family as you used to. Maybe you don't have leisure time to watch TV. Maybe you don't have leisure time to just hang out and surf social media shorts, Instagram reels for fun, right? Like you have to just be productive, constantly being busy and constantly improving yourself, right? So it's not easy, but the work works on you more than you work on it, which is the beautiful thing of it, right? So looking back 5 years ago, I didn't even know what hard work was. Fast forward to today, what I used to think I was doing as hard work 5 years ago, it's easy, right? Now, 5 years later in the future, I'm gonna look back to today and think I didn't even know how to work hard, right? So it's all relative, it's all perspective, and it's all mindset, right? So it's really crazy how you have to go through this awkward transition where your W-2 takes care of present Stephen, right? Like W-2, my pharmacist W-2 takes care of me today, right? It pays for my mortgage. It pays for my living expenses. It gives me money to invest, right? It gives me, enhances my skill sets. It gives me PTO, it gives me holiday pay, it gives me sick pay, and all these benefits, health benefits, right? It takes care of Stephen today. However, after my W-2 hours end, I have to work on Stephen of the future, right? If Stephen of the future wants to retire early, if Stephen of the future who has a family wants to work part-time, it's an option. If Stephen of the future wants to be per diem or leave pharmacy altogether, that's an option, right? If I want the option to pay off my house and then live with lower expenses, it's an option, right? So you have to work on present Stephen, right? Feed present Stephen, but improve and work and strive to build future Stephen, right? And it's long days. It's hard. It's not easy, right? And I've been very transparent on my channel. It's like not easy, right? Like how many people are willing for 10 years to work on a W-2 while developing asset side hustles on the side simultaneously, right? Like, you're not just, unless you're born rich and with a golden spoon, then, you're not gonna, you just sit there and work in your business full time, right? Like I know a lot of people who had that privilege. I don't, right? I need to take care of present day Stephen, have a buffer so that I can invest in future Stephen and take risk, right? I could take a risk in a mobile home park where I lost $100,000 and learned. I could take a risk and lose $30,000 on an Amazon dropshipping store and learned. Spend $30,000 to invest in a pharmacy and learn, right? And to be able to invest in like a mentorship program, which helped me buy multifamily real estate, right? So I can afford to take these risks. Because of my W-2 and because I still work it. That's why I really appreciate my W-2. It's definitely underrated. I get it. If your W-2 is like, you're working at Starbucks or your income's not that high, then maybe try to find a way to make more income, right? Improve your skill sets, maybe do a commission-based job. Like there's ways to make money that suits your skill set, right? Like if you're really good with your hands, you can become like a plumber, electrician. They make great money, like $150 an hour, albeit it's not consistent, but when you get jobs here and there, great, right? People like me, I need to pay for a guy to install my ceiling fans and no one wants to do the job currently, right? But the guy who does install it gets $100 per fan, for example. So There's always ways to improve your W-2 income. If you just stay the same, expect the same result, right? Like, that's it. Like, for me, I had to like job hop a little bit more to increase my income. Unfortunately, I had to get a master's degree to improve my skill set to move into management, right? So of course, like I put in the work. So I went to school, I'm working full time, right? And then now I work full time, and then I'm working on my side business full time, right? Because it's already a full time job managing 52 units of real estate while building a personal brand on social media and doing coaching, mentorship, working on my real estate broker license down the road, having a personal life. So it's not easy, right? And it just requires that balancing. And right now I'm really focused on this. And it's fortunate that we live in the day and age where it's the easiest to have a side hustle, right? Like there's social media, it's free, right? Literally, I'm just filming my camera on my phone, which everyone has a phone, right? Everyone has a Wi-Fi. That's it, right? It's so easy today versus like back in my parents' time, you literally had to work two jobs or like you have to go home and like, resources weren't as attainable versus I could work 5 to 9. So to me, it's the easiest it can to build a side hustle, right? And the side hustle doesn't need to be crazy. Like even if it makes you like $3,000 to $4,000 a month, great. Like, you don't have to replace your W-2 as long as it can supplement you. Maybe you can work part-time, right? So, that's what people don't realize is it's not easy and it sucks, right? Like some people can barely do their W-2 job. Like I'll be honest, like they're so lazy, they're so complacent, they do the bare minimum and they can barely do their W-2 job. And, they complain about the W-2 job, but I'm like, try doing your own business. Like if with that work ethic, you would fail immediately. So you should appreciate your W-2 because, they're paying you regardless of your performance per se, right? You could be a C worker or an A worker, and for the most part, they get paid the same. So, be grateful for that and don't complain, right? Like try starting your own business is way harder, right? I know I've experienced it. I put in so much time, so much energy, blood, sweat, and tears, and I lost $100,000, right? And most people, complaining that they didn't get a vacation request approved, right? So like, and businesses are 24/7, 365. Like you don't have mental health days, right? You don't have sick days. Your business runs regardless if you're sick or not, regardless if you're on maternity leave or not, right? So that's what people don't realize. W-2 pauses based on when you clock in, clock out, right? So it's really challenging to own your business, and it's really hard to do a W-2 plus start a side business on the side, right? So if you're in that journey, don't give up. Just be persistent, be consistent, slowly work at it, and watch the compounding grow, right? And if you want to learn how to grow a multifamily portfolio, check out the mentorship program. Let me know if you have comments or questions below. Please share this video with somebody who's in the grind, who's doing both W-2 and building a side business. And please share this video. Thank you so much. Hope you see you next one.